Hello, my friends. All right, the moment everybody's been waiting for. Here is going to be my main build on ARK Survival Evolved. As I mentioned before in some of my previous videos, this design I saw online. Someone had built something very similar to this. I got excited. I said, you know what? I want to do my own thing with this. I have a great idea. I saw this area. It's actually the entire reason why I came to this island, particularly on Ragnarok, to build. I said, you know what? This is going to be cool. I'm going to have my own um, little docking area, my own little, just harbor. I was going to build a nice big base up here. I actually originally built this base down here. It's actually the first one I did. A remake of my old Hyperion base, as I mentioned also in my previous videos. And then I said, you know what? I saw that build and I said, cool. I'm gonna build a little docking area here because I was like, oh, I'll build the Ebon Hawk again. I've done it multiple times. Did a new skin, put it here for you Star Wars nerds that are like me. And I turned and said, you know what? Because there's a nice little area. You're gonna see every little detail of this base, very highly detailed. And I said, well, I want to have a little wyvern trap in here and be able to get up and through. And well, it turned into this whole thing, and I saw the turret because I built a little turret around it because I was like, oh, I'll make that into the base. Saw a side of it with the turret similar to what I was building, went with the design, rolled with it, turned it into my own, and here we are. So we're going to start, of course, at the bottom because there is just no better way to start this base than at the bottom and work our way up, as it is a very large and immense base. So this was an open cave. You could fly in through there and fly in through here. And I said, you know, that'd be cool to have a little wyvern thing down here. As we look up, you see the size and the immensity of this base. At the top was that open port, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to fly wyverns in and out of and do all this cool stuff. And I was like, oh, that'll be awesome. And so I did. Honey, looking at me, so cute. I love your colors. Anyways, moving forward. So that was kind of the start to this. Like I mentioned, I did a tower. It wasn't as detailed as it is now, but it was something I was working on as far as I just wanted to have a base over the hole so I could fly the wyverns in and out of it, be able to go in and out the doors. Sorry, the elevator's slow, but it gives me time to talk. And so I turned it into this giant little internal base where I can put wyverns. I might do more in here as far as different levels for them to stand on stuff, but I don't know yet. I gotta really start playing the game and really enjoying everything. This entire base was not ground. I did use creative mode to make this entire base, and I don't regret it because now it is complete and how I want to use it. And so, without further ado, we're gonna walk along. So this little area here is gonna be the ramp up. We're going to go out the little back doors here. So that is going to be the breeding area. We're going to be able to go in and out these side doors. As you can see, the base is quite massive. Again, it is my home. So it is everything. It's go big or go home. As we come up, we got our little tech generator here. This is going to be the breeding area. So over here is where I'm going to be hatching eggs. I used a clear glass skin so they don't run away. Cryofridges full of empty cryopods for said babies. Lots of mini air conditioners, as we're going to be doing much in the ways of hatching, as I've already started hatching my wyverns. Over here is going to be where they raise up and become full adults. There is also another door to get into the basement of the house. Again, the immensity. And so here we go. Because to get to the Ebon Hawk, we literally just, I'm going to go fast here, we literally just walked down this ramp to the Ebon Hawk. And so now this became a little spaceport. And so here we are. Again, moving forward, ARK's kind of futuristic, even though it's old school. We're going to come through here. There are ramps over here to get up to the main level of the basement. Again, another door to get in from another side. Ramps to go down to the breeding area. I do take dinos in and out of here. We also have 2 more doors to get in, out. Oh, look, I have neighbors. To get in and out on every side. That is an NPC mod that I downloaded. It's actually kind of cool. We'll go into that at a different time. But anyways, there's 2 staircases to go up on each side. There are 2 different sides of this base. So I did the red and black theme. I'm pretty sure it's Art Deco, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me. We'll have to look. Which he has 2 different mods. He has the dark and the light. This is that more, I guess you could say, gothic. I absolutely love this. That's a tech teleporter. Looks phenomenal. This here is a giant door to get in and out of the side of the base with my grinding tames, such as Carcanos. We have Ankylosauruses, Dodix, Wyverns can get in and out through my roof. We have all kinds of fun stuff going on. This is my crafting area. That is some of my storage. Over here, you can stand in one spot. You can access the replicator, the smithy, the fabricator. We can also access the modern smithy. We can also access my indie forge, my chem bench, my grinder, and then over here is all my cooking, as well as water, work and sink, all that stuff. Same on the other side, different skins. Again, went for a different look. They have their own white tech dedicated storages. Personally, I didn't like them as much. Obviously, I do a lot of grinding, and so again, or don't do a lot of grinding, and so this base is literally all just decked out. I absolutely completely filled all the storages up with all of the materials I needed. Not thinking ahead of, well, it'd be fun to grind again. This is going to be where all the structures are over here in their own tech dedicated storages. So as I build stuff, I will stock those up. We have a rear deck here. This guy, a little bit of a different, and I'll do a fly around so you can see the outside. Went for that ARK logo. Looks cool. You can look out the back, see different parts of the map. Again, very pretty. We're going to go ahead and walk around here. These are not automatic doors. I should change them to tech, but we'll get there eventually. This is the other side here. There's ways to get up. I did mostly walkways to go around, as it is really pretty. Here you can look down into the Wyvern pit, see all the tames. This goes around here. We're not going to do a complete walk around there, but we will do one here. So I built this lower deck. Again, complete walk around. Absolutely incredible and beautiful server. Absolutely love walking around. I do this just because I like to admire my ship. I like to admire the map. And it's just really, really cool having a big walk around porch like this. Again, go big or go home. We'll go to the front over here. This is going to be another side. And so this is the other side of it. Nothing too fancy over here. Again, kept that ARK logo because it looks cool. But nothing too fancy on this side. And so I don't do much in the ways out here. It just looks cool with the design, and so I rolled with it. We're going to go up this way here. Again, different areas. You can absolutely walk around on all sides. Get those really cool views. Get to the different levels. I love this. Another one, again, we're going to walk around. One of my favorites. I like how I did the windows. As you walk around, I think it separates it nicely. And you're just able to really kind of capture and incorporate everything around the map. Again, cool design. And I went with it because I was like, oh, you know what? I really like this. Now we're going to go around. As you can see, there's obviously multiple levels to walk around and view. There are elevators to get up to the upper part of this base, but there's also stairs. So the elevators do have clear glass, so you get to see going up and down. I might showcase them later. We'll see. Again, walk around porch. Love looking outside. This goes here to the upper part of the outdoor balcony. We walked across the lower one. We don't need to walk across the upper one as well. However, again, very beautiful. We're going to access the roof from a different part, but again, elevators do go to the roof. So this here is kind of the landing pad. When I come in with Wyverns, if I use one of my flying ships, I'll showcase that at a different point. It's on a different part of the map. I used it to get to a different base. But anyways, this is the roof. I kept this area in because, again, like walking around. we've walked around multiple times already. We're not going to do it again. And so that's that area there. That's going to be the bedroom there. This showcases all of the different boss fights that I have done because I have played on every server and I carried everything around. This was the last server I decided to join. Love the server, even back in the day. Again, that's to go into the lower level there with grinding tames. And so I kept it. This here is its own room. This is the trophy room. You can see the little wyvern guy killed up there. He's kind of angry, but we'll leave that alone. And so this is going to be the trophy room. This is where I have a lot of my different stuff. This is going to be a transmitter, really cool transmitter. Nice overlook of the harbor area. And again, this is going to be where the artifacts are that I have been gathering around the map. Then we come through, again, through the little ARK logo. So I guess let's do the kitchen area first. So remember I mentioned I have elevators. So here's elevator shaft 1. Again, comes up to the tech drawer. The elevator comes up. Nice. This is going to be the kitchen / seating area. Went with a little bit of the Victorian style. As you've seen in my other video, maybe you haven't. If you haven't, check it out. I have a Victorian home. I love the Victorian style. It's actually one of my favorites. This is obviously a very modern building, but I wanted some of that rustic Victorian feel to it. And so we went with it. Different Victorian things as far as, telescopes, different modern technologies. Over here is going to be obviously the kitchen. I do love the kitchen. It is an entire grinding pad by itself, but I designed it to look like a kitchen, and thus it is. And so yeah, that's that room there. Now we're going to go to room number 2. You saw downstairs there were 2 elevators. Here is elevator number 2. So this is the one closer to the wyvern pen. The other one is closer to the grinding pad. The base is really big. I don't want to walk across it to have to go to an elevator, depending on where I want to go. This is my bedroom that I had built. I love playing chess, and so we have a chessboard, which I thought was really cool. I have not taken a sample of my wyvern to put him on here, but when I do, he will have his own little taxidermy. Little office area to sit, a map of Rag, obviously, another little seating area to peek out and just enjoy the terrible weather that this map tends to have with lots of rain. This is going to be the bedroom. Again, red and black, 2 favorite colors. I do love Star Wars, and I am definitely the Dark Lord of the Sith. Darth and the Furious is in the name. It's in everything you see and do. And that is the extent of this giant base that I have been working on. Always a work in progress, as everything is in ARK. But we're going to do a fly around now because we didn't do that in the beginning. I said we're going to start from the bottom up, and here is the up part. If I'm going too fast, I apologize. Here, I'm going to try to swing around nice. And so this is the entire base. That's what the back looks like. Again, a design I saw someone do online. Decided to kind of roll with it, and this is what I did with it on my own. I don't remember his name. If you are watching this video and you see this, and I do see you in the ARK groups that I'm in, absolutely send a message. I would love to edit this video and give you a nice shout out because you did a great job. I really appreciated and respected it. In a lot of ways, I feel like your base looks a lot better than mine does, but mine is just my version and my way, and it's a very, well, it's just mine. So, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Again, thank you for watching my videos. I will be building more things. I will post as I finish them, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. As always, thank you. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your day.